Heidi, there's something I'd like to ask you about. Do you have time? It's about my wedding, you see.
Sure, what's up?
I was talking with Melody about the wedding. At first, I thought we'd just keep the ceremony to just the two of us. But it now looks like we want to invite some people too, so the situation's changing.
Nice! It's so much better when you have all sorts of people there. You know what they say, the more the merrier. So, Melody wants more people there, right? I think I can understand her feelings on this. As the bride, you want to have a real occasion. So, Joe, you really need to respect her desires at a time like this. It's her once-in-a-lifetime moment.
I know. Well, the thing is, I'd like to invite your family as well. Is that okay? I mean, I'd really like Colin to be there as well, okay?
Thank you for inviting Colin as well, but it might be difficult to bring him along.
Why's that? He's already 5. Why, next year he'll be in elementary school. I really think you can bring him along.
You know, I'd like to bring him with me, but there are certain things that make me wonder. He's getting better at sitting quietly and behaving himself most of the time, but he's a 5-year-old and full of energy. When something gets him going, he can be a right little monster. I can't inflict that on other people if that happens. I don't know. I think it would be better if I got a sitter.
Look, if you're worried about how he'll behave, that's not a problem. There should be plenty of kids there. What's one more? But you see, I have a personal request I want to make to Colin, which would mean that he would have to be there.
Oh, really? And what's that?
You see, a friend gave me the idea, but I was thinking it would be nice for him to be the ring bearer. Don't you think it would be cute?
Are you sure Colin could handle such a big task? I know he's growing up, but that's a lot to ask of him.
I really think he can pull it off. And when he does, I think that will inspire me. You see, if Colin can hold his own with this task, I think I'll be able to hold my own as well.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. Now I see. It's always been hard for you to be out in front of a crowd. I still remember how you stumbled your way through that speech in high school. And that's the reason why you were saying at first that the ceremony should just involve the two of you.
Oh, you see right through me. But if Melody said that she wants to bring some friends, I guess I just have to suck it up. So right now, I'm begging you, please let Colin help me out. If he can pull it off, I think I'll be able to handle the service as well.
All right already. Actually, I think he'll be really happy to do it for you. He really likes you. So, the two of us will be there. Just let me know when the wedding is. Hi, this is Maud. Oh, Melody's mom? That's right. It's been some time since I talked to you last. Yes, it really has been some time. How are you doing? Actually, I have a little something to discuss with you. Is that okay? Or should I presume you have no time being a single mother? No, there's no issue. I finished work right on time, so I'm back at home. What's on your mind? Well, that does make things easier. Actually, I need to talk with you about Melody and Joe's wedding. I heard that your son is going to be the ring bearer, is that right? Yes, that's right. He's already busy practicing right now. Is that so? I'm sorry to have to break this to you. Actually, they've gone back to square one regarding the ring bearer. Please just forget it was ever mentioned to you. What? You see, there's been some major changes to the wedding plans. But I haven't heard anything about this from Joe, and I believe he'd tell me if something was up. Are you sure about that? If there was such a major change, someone should have called me directly. The two of them are busy with their preparations for the ceremony. They can't take care of everything. So, as the mother of the bride, I'm giving them some support at this time, and it's up to me to tell you that the plans have changed. Oh, I see. Sorry how you may feel about it, but it can't be helped. It just stands to reason, though. There's no way we can expect a kid with no father to behave at a wedding. You say he's been practicing, but how could a kid like that take on such a major task like this? It's simply unthinkable. Wait a minute. You are completely out of line. Just because I'm a single mother, that doesn't give you the right to insult me, and it certainly doesn't give you the right to insult my son. What is the meaning of this? Oh, so you want to take it like that? There's no other way to take it. My son has been practicing diligently every day. I know he'll be just fine at the wedding. You have no good reason to be questioning his capabilities. Well, I hate to break it to you, but this is already settled. There's another party who's more capable of the task. You see, my little pom-pom will be taking care of that role in place of your son. What? Pom-pom? That's our Pomeranian, Pom-pom. She's so clever, so it'll be her bringing the ring up. And who decided this? Why, that would be the bride and groom, wouldn't it? The two of them said it was better that way. Do you have some issue there? Well, if that's the case, then all right. So we'll just be present and quiet for the ceremony, I take it. That's fine. We're still looking forward to the ceremony. No! In fact, the idea of your being there at all has been dropped entirely. The two of you can just stay in your broken home for the day. Understand? Excuse me? They're only inviting their closest relatives, so there's no need for you two to be there. I'm the groom's sister? That's about as close as you can get? Yes, but having such a small child with you, surely you can see the issues that would cause. So if your spawn doesn't come, that means you'd have to find someone in your crummy neighborhood to watch over him. God knows what kind of criminal or miscreant that would end up being. Even a single mother like you wouldn't want that, surely. So, considering all of that, don't you think it would be best that you both just skip the wedding altogether? No, that won't do. After all, my son is looking forward to this. No, it would simply cause trouble for everyone if you were there. So what do you say? Can you take a hint? Unbelievable. So it's settled. There's a good girl.
Heidi, what the hell has happened? How could you cancel on me with no warning?
Huh? I didn't cancel on you.
I never thought you would do something like this. Both me and Melody have been looking forward to this wedding for so long. What's going on anyway? Who would believe that you would go and ruin our wedding?
Wait a minute here. Your wedding is today?
That's right, and Melody's mom contacted you so many times about it. She said you never answered any of her messages. I just don't get it. So you couldn't come to celebrate with your family? How could you be such a deadbeat?
Wait a second here. No one ever messaged me about the wedding.
So that means your phone was just switched off until now? Are you that hard up? Or were you just trying that hard to avoid this?
What?
And that's not all I heard. She said you weren't able to cover for a wedding gift, so you were asking her to buy one for you? That's really bad manners, you know?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Look, I don't need presents that bad, and if you were that hard up, you could have at least come and talked to me. That's no reason at all to bow out of the whole wedding. So now her parents got the worst impression of us, all because of you. This is a hell of a situation you've got me into. Luckily, we can go forward with the ceremony, but what if Maud wasn't so generous? This could have been a disaster.
Wait just a minute. Please settle down. You don't need to go on the warpath like this.
How could you go and do something like this to me? I was really counting on you being here. You're my sister after all.
Wait, but I didn't even get an invitation.
Don't give me that.
No, I'm serious. Calm down and let me say my part. I didn't get an invitation at all. I didn't even know today was the wedding.
What the heck are you talking about? Of course you got an invitation. I'm absolutely sure you were on the list.
Well, I never got one. So whose job was it to send the invitation? Was it yours?
No, that would be Melody. Wait, now that I think of it, she had something else special to take care of on the day we sent the invitations out. I think Maud said she sent them out in Melody's place.
Maud, huh? Now here's something that you need to know. Do you know what Maud told me? She told me you and Melody decided you didn't want Colin at the wedding, so we should both stay home.
What?
She told me you decided you'd rather have her dog be the ring bearer because you didn't trust Colin to behave.
I don't get it. What is going on here? It's completely different from what she told me.
Look, in any case, is the wedding going according to plan so far otherwise? Are you having it at church?
That's right. Look, can you make it out to at least the reception?
No, there's just no way to do that right now. Colin and I are at Six Flags right now. It would take us hours to get there.
You went to Six Flags on my wedding day?
Again, no one told me that it was today. I didn't get an invite. Look, just concentrate on your wedding at this point. So, in the end, you invited plenty of people and not just close relatives, am I right?
Yeah, there are tons of people here.
Good, so you won't even miss me. Besides, I promise I'll be there for your anniversary party. So just enjoy your wedding today. We can talk through everything that's happened after your wedding is over and done.
Got it. Then I'll be in touch later.
We made it through the ceremony without a hitch. It was such a beautiful event, almost made me cry. Why are you messaging me? I heard about what you did. You told everyone that you invited me even though you told me not to come. And you told me it was going to be a small wedding with only close family. But my brother told me there were a ton of people there. Why did you lie to me? Yes, it was a magnificent wedding. There were tons of people. Except you. Imagine missing your own brother's wedding. What a shame. I only missed it because of you. You practically ordered me not to be there. Tell me the truth now. You threw away my invitation too, right? And what if I did? There's no proof, so who's to say? You're a horrible person. Did you do all of that because I'm a single mother? What a stupid reason to keep me away from my own brother's wedding. Quite clever coming from a single mother. I never would have expected that from your kind. But even if you're a clever one, it's still only proper that you weren't there. What? How can you say that? I told you before. Your little brat would have definitely ruined the ceremony. There's no way a single mom like you could have taught him how to behave. So I did it to save my daughter's wedding. You and your spawn aren't fit to participate in my precious daughter's wedding, and that's all there is to it. You're an absolute monster. Do you even realize how much my son and I were looking forward to this wedding? No, you wouldn't care about that, would you? Clearly, you only care about yourself. Well, maybe if you weren't just a stupid single mother, you would have realized what was happening sooner. You only have yourself to blame here. Well, just so you know, I'm going to tell Joe all about what you did. I'll be sending him screenshots of everything you said to me. Go right ahead. You think I care? No matter what he may have to say, it's water under the bridge already. What can he do about it?
So it's true. You really did all of that. How dare you? Who do you think you are talking to my sister like this?
What? Is that really you, Joe?
That's right. Heidi showed me her phone, and now I've seen what you're like with my own eyes. Even though she warned me, I just still can't quite believe it. How could you do this to me, Maud? This is my wedding.
Why are you with Heidi right now? You're still supposed to be at the reception.
I am, and Heidi is here as well. She was kind enough to swing by now that she finally found out when and where it is. So now, it's your turn, Maud. How do you explain what you've done? How could you ever do something like this?
I have a good reason. Don't you see I was just thinking of you and Melody this whole time?
No, I don't see. I can't see what you're thinking at all.
I was just doing what seemed right as the mother of the bride. And as your mother-in-law. Do you really think it's appropriate to question your mother-in-law like this?
Oh, I have nothing but questions. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really have to consider calling off the wedding.
What? Joe, what are you saying? You just got married! You've already signed the papers and all of a sudden you're talking divorce?
We haven't submitted the papers yet. Nothing is binding. And I've got to think of issues beyond just me and Melody. I've been thinking hard about all the things that you've been doing. With in-laws like this, I see major storm clouds ahead. Storms that no one should have to deal with. How can I live peacefully with Melody, with you and your lies and subterfuge lurking in the background? The real problem is here. I can only foresee more of this nonsense in the future. You've shown no remorse, and I have no reason to believe you will ever change. It just won't do.
How can you even think of calling off the wedding right now? Melody loves you. Are you some kind of cold, unfeeling monster?
That's exactly the question that I'd like to ask you. And just so you know, if we call off the wedding, it will be entirely because of you. You'll need to pay the cost of the ceremony and the rings. Be sure you're good for it.
That's absurd. Why would I pay for any of that? Especially the rings.
It's because of you that we had your dog carry the rings instead of my nephew, remember? And do you remember what ended up happening to those rings? Your dog ran off as soon as you put her down. We had to pause the ceremony for 30 minutes while everyone chased that damn thing around, and then once we finally caught her, the rings were nowhere to be found. Yes, there was no exchange of the rings because of that, as you well know. So, you're gonna have to pay for those, no matter what happens.
Wait, I'm sure they'll turn up quite soon.
We can only hope so. But now, they're saying it's possible that Pom Pom swallowed the rings.
That's absurd. There's no way she would do that.
Melody says that Pom Pom seems pretty sick. She said that Pom Pom seemed like she was having trouble breathing. You were nowhere to be seen, so one of Melody's friends took her to the vet. According to her, the vet says she swallowed something metallic.
There's no way!
Are you telling me that you're not aware of your precious pet's situation? Where the heck are you anyway?
I'm in the bathroom. I just needed a break from the festivities.
You mean you just wanted to go somewhere quiet so you could send my sister some nasty messages? You're a real piece of work, you know that? Hurry up and get the hell out of here and go check on your dog. It looks like the vet might have to do some surgery.
Surgery? It can't be. My poor little pom-pom. Just thinking of her getting surgery makes me shudder.
And don't think you can just give us the rings back after the vet pulls them out. You must repay the cost of the rings. Goodbye, Maud.
Please, Heidi. Please get Melody to stop this. It's terrible. She says she's cutting off all relations with me.
That does seem to be the case. She's already told me all about it. In fact, Melody came over and apologized to me as soon as she heard what you did.
My daughter apologized to someone like you.
That's right. She said she was so embarrassed by you. I could hardly get her to stop crying.
Why would she cry for someone like you?
Because she's not a terrible person like you. Do you understand now how disgusting you've been? Everyone is ashamed to be associated with you.
But I wasn't trying to do anything bad. I was just trying to protect my daughter's wedding. I'm so sorry, Heidi. Here I am apologizing to you, so please forgive me. Be sure to tell Melody about how I apologized. Tell her that you've forgiven me so she doesn't need to cut me out of her life. Okay? Can you understand what I'm saying to you?
Of course I can understand, but I have no intention of forgiving you, and I'm not going to be your errand girl.
What are you saying?
If you want Melody to forgive you, you'll have to arrange that by yourself.
Wait! Please don't be so heartless. You talking about being heartless. That's rich.
Speaking of heartless, I've got some news for you. The staff at the church found the rings. It turns out Pom Pom didn't eat them after all.
I know that already. I told everyone my precious little Pom Pom wouldn't eat the rings.
Yeah, but I heard she got sick because she'd been eating out of the trash. How did she get into that? You must have not been watching her that closely.
You don't know that. It's just dirty lies and gossip from a no-good single mother. Anyway, as you said, Joe and Melody have the rings, so no harm done.
Actually, there's a problem with one of the rings. It appears that someone might have stepped on it. And it's Melody who's really angry, even more than Joe. You're kidding! Melody's on a warpath, saying she's going to get full recompense for that ring come hell or high water. And Joe actually spent 3 months' salary on the ring, just so you know. You've got to be kidding. So she's really going to try and bill me for the ring on top of cutting me off? Look on the bright side. If they'd gotten divorced, you would be out the cost of the ceremony as well, right? So you're getting off easy. No! How can I ever cover that amount? And my husband's really angry about everything as well. I don't think he's just going to give me the money. What should I do? How about I write an apology letter? Do you think that'll be good enough? I don't know. Why don't you ask Melody? Oh yeah, you can't because she cut you off. I guess you'll just have to be a decent person and do the right thing for once. How dare you talk to me like that, you single mother? It's true that I'm a single mother, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm doing my best to raise my son to be an upstanding member of the community. And just so you know, he already has a better sense of right and wrong than you do, and he's only 5. He at least knows that if he does something wrong, he should apologize right away. And that there are times you can't be forgiven for, even if you beg for that forgiveness. Joe and Melody billed Maud for the broken ring. It appears that Maud was able to make good on that from her savings. But the whole situation seemed to have been the final straw in what appears to have been a very shaky marriage. According to Joe, it looks like a divorce will be finalized within the year. It looks like it'll be some time before the wrecked ring can be fully fixed. But Colin stepped in with some homemade rings to tide them over until the real one is fixed. It was so adorable, if I do say so myself. He handed over the homemade rings just like he'd been practicing for so long. I swear Melody and Joe both had tears in their eyes.
Tyler, are you just about finished with work? I think you should be getting done about now. Text me when you're done, okay? I'm out running errands, but I'll answer for sure if you call. Please call me as soon as you can. I have something that I need to talk to you about right away. It's really important.
Okay, I'm on the train headed home right now and my phone battery's low, but I'll call soon, I promise. What's up? Is everything okay?
Yes, but... Well, for now I need you to just listen and not get upset, okay? Promise me that, okay? Promise you won't freak out.
Okay, I promise I'll stay calm, but you saying that makes me nervous. Why the urgency?
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but, well, it looks like her house has been bugged by someone. I'm pretty certain that it has.
Excuse me? Bugged? Bugged as in listening devices have been planted in our home?
Exactly, that kind of bugged. Someone is eavesdropping on us, listening to our most private moments.
Wait, why is this subject suddenly coming up now? There was something else like this recently with someone that we know, wasn't there? Is there a connection?
Yeah, remember before a few months ago? There was something a lot like this. At the time I told you about that friend of mine who had a stalker. That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I remember now. That was a real mess. She was really upset about the whole thing. So, was her house bugged when that was going on? The stalker bugged her place? Is that the connection?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Poor girl. So that's part of the connection. At the time, she said this is a world where unbelievable things can happen to you in unexpected places. So anyway, she lent me her bug detector that she bought when that stuff was going on. That's how she found the listening devices in her place. Here's where the real connection is. I didn't really expect any results from using it, but when I used it in our place on a whim...
Please don't tell me that you turned something up.
Unfortunately, I did. I still can't believe it myself. I confirmed and reconfirmed, and the results were the same. There's a listening device somewhere in our place. It looks like we're the ones being stalked this time. Needless to say, it really freaked me out, so I decided to just go out of the house. It's too creepy to be there now, knowing that someone's listening. I pretended to go out and run errands. And I've been out killing time ever since then. So that's what's suddenly going on right now.
I don't want the perpetrator to know that the bug has been discovered. I think I played it cool enough, hopefully.
Yeah, that makes sense. You did the right thing getting out of there and playing it cool. Good for you for keeping your wits about you. Alright, let's meet somewhere on the way home and go back home together. From now on, we're on high alert. Once we're inside, you can quietly show me where you found the bug, okay? Just point it out to me. We'll just act normal and do what we usually do when we both come home. We can pull it off, no problem. And while we're acting normal, we can plot our anti-bug strategy here on WhatsApp. They may be smart, but we're smarter. That's how we'll proceed from now on. First of all, let's figure out exactly what we're dealing with. Then we can plan our response and get to the bottom of this.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Good. Then let's meet in front of the 7-Eleven bar place. In about 15 minutes, okay? Is that enough time for you to get there?
Sure, I'll be waiting. See you soon, babe.
Okay, here we go. Bingo! I found the first bug. That didn't take long at all. It was behind the TV in the living room. There's a power strip there that I've never noticed before. That's the bug. Never would have noticed it at all if not for you, babe.
Wow, I found one too. So that's 2 of them now. And it's the exact same kind. It was plugged into the outlet between the umbrella stand and the houseplant. A power strip that I have no recollection of putting there.
If they've bugged the entryway and the living room, it seems likely that they've also bugged the bedroom and your office. Maybe even the bathroom too.
Yeah, I agree. That'd make sense. Better check every single room top to bottom. Okay, I'll check my office out right now. Wish me luck. You check the bedroom. Look everywhere in there, especially near the bed.
Yeah, will do. I still can't believe this is happening. What a nightmare. Is this all of them? I wonder.
I really hope so. I really, really do.
So, we found them in 4 places, all told.
4 places. Wow. Who in the world would do this? Who? I can't believe we found this many of them. This is really scary. I'm completely freaked out now.
Plus, you're working at home all the time, so that's even more worrisome.
Working from home, I've been really happy that I haven't had to attend work meetings and talk all the time. I always hate that, and it's been great not having to do that. But if there's any leaked information about my work that comes out of these bugs, it'll be a real problem, no joke. My work depends on not having info coming out before my books are published.
But you always have your direct face-to-face work meetings outside the house, right? I mean, at restaurants and coffee shops and places like that, right?
Yeah, those are always outside the house, so that's good. Fortunately, the boss doesn't really like having those meetings at our homes. If there's a work matter to talk about, we usually do it by WhatsApp or email. So I don't talk about work matters at home very much at all, fortunately. But still.
I see, that is good, but the problem remains. So, this discovery now begs the question, can we think of anyone who would want to do this to us? Who would stand to gain something from eavesdropping on us?
Yeah, sorry to say, but one person does come to mind right away.
Really? Wow, that's disturbing enough. Definitely food for thought. And I'm also sorry to say that I can also think of 2 potential perpetrators.
2 people? Are you serious? I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, one of them might be the same person that you're thinking of. Maybe. So, if that's the case, we need to face the perpetrator or perpetrators and engage them head on.
Engage them? What do you mean? Like, engage the enemy?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So, since we don't yet know which person is the actual if it's any of the people that we're thinking about, their personality should help us catch them. We'll find out soon enough.
Huh? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna catch them?
Okay, we definitely need to talk about the details of my plan, but doing that here on WhatsApp is gonna take a lot of time. We can't do it all by text.
Then why don't we go out for dinner and have our strategy meeting then? How about our favorite pizza place at the mall?
Yeah, it's easy to talk there and their pizza never fails to please. Great idea. That's why I love you, babe. Okay, this should do it. I like this plan. It should work, and we might actually have a little fun doing it.
Yeah, I think it'll get some results. Fingers crossed.
You know, this is exactly the kind of plan that I'd expect from my wife, the novelist. You are a genius, an absolute genius. You came up with this scenario right off the top of your head, didn't you? Truly amazing.
And what about you? My husband, the former actor, still has his chops. Standing ovation. I got pulled right into your performance. Oscar-worthy.
So, I guess this all boils down to whether or not anyone will fall into our expertly laid trap.
Yeah, all there is to do now is wait for our quarry to take the bait. And this bait is pretty tempting, no doubt about that.
But, you know, I really need to apologize to you, babe.
Why? What do you have to apologize about?
We've only been married for 6 months, and already we have this ridiculous problem to deal with. I feel terrible about it. It's all my fault.
It's not your fault. No apology needed. None at all. You can't control what others do. You're as innocent as I am in all this.
Hearing you say that makes me feel a bit better, but still, I feel responsible somehow.
Anyway, for now we have to just keep working towards a solution to this mess. It'll all work out. Let's stay positive. We got this.
Yeah, you're right. Fingers crossed.
Amy, what the hell is going on? What's this about you having an affair? Are you cheating on my baby Tyler, you tramp? Please tell me that you're not up to no good. This better not be true. Amy, you there? Don't pretend you're not. Answer me, damn it! Oh, hi Vera. What's the trouble all of a sudden? Everything okay? Don't play games with me, you! I know you've been having an affair. Who are you cheating on Tyler with? Who is it? Tell me right now. Make no mistake, I'll get a lawyer, draw up divorce papers for Tyler, and sue you for this. Answer me right this minute. Don't deny it. I gotta ask you, Vera, where on earth did you hear that story? Why, naturally. I heard it from my son, obviously. Where else would I hear that? That's awfully strange. Neither I nor Tyler have said a word to anyone about the situation. I'm sure about that. You might think that you haven't told anyone, but you actually have. What a careless girl you are. Really? Have I? I really don't think so. Don't you realize that your betrayal has caused a rift between the two of you? He doesn't trust you anymore. So why would Tyler tell you if he told me or anyone else about it? Yeah, I can see you might think that, given the circumstances, but... So come clean with me, you little hussy. You can't run from the truth anymore. Where are you right now? Tell me. I'm at home in my office working. Why? You better get out of there right now. Right this minute. What? What do you mean, get out? I don't want my son to have to be anywhere near his cheating wife. Poor boy. That house was originally bought in Tyler's name. It belongs to him. You should have gotten out of there the second there was any rift between the two of you. Unbelievable. The nerve. Why did my son have to choose a woman like you? Tyler could have found himself any number of better women. What a shame. Oh, is that so? Okay, as you wish. Have it your way, I'll leave. However, before that, can you please come over here tomorrow morning? Why should I do that? What's the point? You and I have some important unfinished business that we need to take care of. You're beating around the bush about something. You don't fool me. It must be about the impending divorce. That's it. No problem. I'll be happy to participate in planning for that. Tyler, long time no see.
Beth, is that you?
How have you been? It's been a minute.
What do you want?
I've been having this feeling lately that you've started to miss me, darling. It's true, isn't it?
Huh? What are you even talking about? Why would I miss you? You cheated on me with my best friend, remember?
Oh, Oh, Dad, that was nothing. He and I have been done for a long time. A momentary lapse in judgment.
Oh, you broke up already? That didn't last long.
Sure, that's old news. Well, I mean, we were never really together anyway. The only reason that ever happened was because you were always working and never had any time for me.
That's because I was busy studying for an exam that my company told me I had to take. I felt bad about it at the time, but...
But you ended up passing the test, right? And I heard that you got a raise and a promotion to department head. Well done and congrats!
Yeah, well, that was about 3 years ago. That's old news.
Wow, so it's been that long since we broke up?
Yep, time flies once you find a better girlfriend.
Hey, if that exam is what all that back then was about, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones.
Huh? Bygones? What are you getting at? What's this about all of a sudden?
Let's cut to the chase. You got cheated on, didn't you?
How would you know anything about that?
Let's just say that a little bird told me.
Oh, a little bird, I see.
Yeah, my personal grapevine is no joke. My ears are everywhere. If you only knew.
Oh, right, now I see. You somehow managed to get hold of some very up-to-date information about me, didn't you?
Yep, that's about the size of it. So, anyway, once you divorced your wife, want to get back together with me?
Huh? Get back with you?
I mean, she cheated on you, so of course you're gonna divorce her, right? It goes without saying, right? Come back to me. I'll take care of you and mend your broken heart, baby. You know how good we were together.
Yeah, we were pretty good, weren't we? All right then. Can you come over to my place tomorrow morning?
Wow, that was quick. Of course I can. I wasn't expecting to suddenly get invited over. My heart is beating faster just thinking about it.
You know the address. It's the same as before.
Okay, got it. See you then, baby. Look forward to seeing your handsome face. It's been too long.
Amy, what's the meaning of this? I come over here at the agreed upon time, and there are police here. Why are they here? Not to mention Tyler's ex-girlfriend as well.
Good morning, Vera.
Don't good morning, Vera, me. Explain what the hell is going on here.
What? You mean you haven't talked to the cops yet?
About what? What do I have to talk to them about?
Tyler and I found a listening device in her home. We've been bugged.
What? A bug?
Yeah, not a bug. We found 4 of them. 4.
What? You mean you found them in 4 different places?
This is your handiwork, isn't it, Vera? Admit it.
No! I only had 2 put in your place.
Oh, I see. So you're not responsible for all 4, but you do admit to placing 2 of them in her home. Is that correct?
Well, what I meant to say is...
Oh, and by the way, we're moving out of here soon.
What?
And needless to say, we won't be giving you our address.
How could you? All I wanted to do was to make sure that the 2 of you were happy and having a good marriage.
Yeah, you need to mind your own business.
But I could give you good advice about when to try to get pregnant and all kinds of other stuff. Please let me.
Now you really need to mind your own business.
Why, I never.
Anyway, give my regards to the police. They have a lot to talk to you about.
Wait, please.
I'll be leaving now. Bye-bye. Tyler, why are the police here? And why is your mom here too? What's this all about?
Well, I knew I'd catch you.
Catch me? Catch me how?
You have some nerve. Before we broke up, you bugged my apartment, didn't you?
Yeah, about that.
You know, I always thought it was strange how you dumped me so easily when you'd always been so clingy up until then.
Why? What do you mean?
You know, we recently discovered those bugs, and I knew there must be someone with a motive and opportunity to do this to us. So, we decided to put on a little performance in order to catch the perp.
A performance?
Yeah, it was all about cheating and that kind of thing. My wife, the novelist, came up with a really great scenario.
Scenario?
Yep, the scenario goes like this. Husband finds out about wife's infidelity and much bickering ensues. And the most interesting thing about the scenario is that it was only known to myself, Amy, and the listening devices that someone planted in our home.
What? Why would you do that?
I was up in the air about whether or not it was my mom or you who was responsible for the bugs. And I must admit it never occurred to me that it might be the both of you.
Wait, so what about the divorce?
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Well, I never.
Regardless, now that you've been exposed as one of the perpetrators, just sit tight and the police will be with you shortly. I'm sure they'll enjoy talking to you.
The police showed up just as Beth and my mother-in-law crossed paths in her entryway. They both were questioned, and they both panicked and tried to flee the scene. With my mother-in-law leading the way, they tried to hide in the bathroom. Apparently, they were both sending panicked texts as they were holed up in there. It didn't take long for them to surrender and be led away by the officers. After that, we decided not to press criminal charges in lieu of a settlement. My father-in-law divorced my mother-in-law and she went back home to stay with family there. But her family there turned her away, saying that the whole bugging scandal was a bit much. Beth ended up being dumped by her fiancé and was having financial trouble due to the damages that she had to pay us. I can understand the desire to know certain things, but I'll never understand the way of thinking that would lead to someone bugging another's home. That's just wrong on so many levels. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video and follow our channel. See you in the next video.